What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's episode number 41 of the Premier League career mode. Returns down the back of the golden draw against Juventus, but we still made it through after our 2-1 win in Turin. Just a 1 win in 4 in all competitions, though, out of the FA Cup, knocked out by a championship side. Jocks, who's a fraud. Return today. We'll have the draw for the quarterfinals of Champions League. We'll play both legs as well. Don't know exactly when they'll be coming. And more big games in the Premier League, well, with 12 games to go. Despite the loss to Everton, we're 16 clear with a game in hand. So we know it's our title to bowl from here. Right, first game today should be a banker, to be fair. 1 win in 4, but this should be a comfortable 3 points. Bristol City away at Ashton Gate. Come on. Good team for an RTG, Bristol City. Their logo went for a rebrand, and I've said before that I feel as though nowadays everything's becoming a bit too minimalistic, but I do prefer their logo to their old logo. And whilst Ashton Gate isn't in the game, Delinga should have buried that. Quite an atmospheric stadium. You got your city rival with Bristol Rovers. Bristol City of Delinga, go left. There we go. Never actually been in the. There we go. About time. In the Premier League era, the Robins have never got there, so it'll be a great kind of accomplishment to take them to the top tier in the Premier League era, in the modern era. Obviously, Bristol, a beautiful city in the southwest of England, and Ashton Gate as a stadium. Like I said, it's not in the game, but it's a super old ground. So I guess theoretically, you could assume maybe, as the years would go on, you were to get the Robins to more and more success. Possibly consider a new build stadium. I don't know. Fun team for an RTG though, definitely in the championship. Anyway, finally in front, and based on our form recently, if we just got to grind out a 1-0 here. Oh, Lance, good save. Then so be it. Take what you can get, man, to get a winning run going. To me, and I know this is controversial, but in my opinion, the southwest of England is the best region of England as well. I've never lived there. I've only been there a few times, but genuinely, you got Bath, which is just an unbelievably gorgeous city, which I'd love to live in one day. You got Cornwall, Dorset. I mean, just great ball. And Torre smashes in a fabulous region. And I guess obviously Dorset, Bournemouth, Premier League side. But if you look at again Bristol. To not have a Premier League side, they'd love to have, for the first time ever, one of the Gas or the Robins making the Premier League. The latter, of course, being a lot closer. But even so, yeah, I think an RTG or Bristol City or Bristol Rovers would be class. Anyway, Pablo Torre fires in a second. Now, with half an hour to go, yeah, we're returning to winning ways here. And it's going to be 2 wins in 3, and back-to-back league wins, both away from home as well. Lance, good save. Mini struggling patch of form, but getting back to it now. Come on, Fulham. I've always found Bath such a strange one, because it's like, what a beautiful city. One of the most beautiful cities we've got in England, in my opinion. And yet their football team, I don't think it's ever been higher than the Conference, or the Conference South, possibly. Correct if I'm wrong, Bath fans, but I think that's right. And granted, don't get me wrong, I know it's more of a rugby place, but even so, with all the money in modern day football, how has no one gone in there and said, yeah, footballers would love to go and play their professional game here. Let's invest in Bath City Football Club. I've never understood why that team has never managed to make the Football League. It's really strange. What's not strange though is Fulham running out comfortable winners here. Tyson Linga bags his brace, 3-0. And a comfortable win at Ashton Gate. Yeah, I said it. This should be a simple 3 points. And granted, we've been poor recently, but this was a gimme. This was a banker, and we delivered comfortably. It took a while to get the opener, but once we did, never in any danger of not winning this one here. Back-to-back wins in the league, and yeah, it's our title to bowl from here. And I think as we're getting back to the main menu, I think the draw for the Champions League quarterfinals comes here on the Thursday, so stay with me. There we are. Here we go. Quarterfinal draw of the CL. And I've got to say, last year we got here before being knocked out by Spurs. This year I want a Final Four place. And I knew there were a couple of teams available that I felt we had a really good chance against. Not these guys. Not these guys at all. About as tough as it can get there. Don't get me wrong, subpar season this year, but they're still an absolutely stacked team. So certainly underdogs, even though this year they're poor domestically. Anyway, we'll end on that trip to the Etihad then, the second leg. So we've got loads of league games to get in before that quarter-final. Let's start with this one, West London derby. You know we always lose this, so despite the fact we're 17 clear of 11 to go, and it's just a case of when, not if, we'll be champions, I still think we'll lose this one at the Bridge. I think we've won here once, but lost every other time. It's Chelsea. We always lose to them. West London derbies, Doxy's kryptonite in the save. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, with no disrespect, it was Betis and Monaco I was hoping for. But Betis won the Europa League last year. I think they've won it twice in the save now. And we did sell one of our youth players to them for this season too, that Irish lad. But I think we could take him over 2 legs. Man City, though, not too sure about that. Not too sure about that. Again, the only thing that kind of plays in our favour there is how bad they've been domestically, but oh, it's towards the post and Morrissey shoulders it behind for a goal kick, clearly, intentionally. It might actually come off the forearm there, I'm not too sure, or the upper arm possibly. But even so, yes, yeah, the only thing that's got us going for us, really, is their poor domestic form. If they take that into Europe, we've got a chance, but you know, Man City, man. If they turn it on, they are just unstoppable. That's a cracking ball down the line now for Fofana. Skipper comes across, but I don't want to leave Leroy Sané free. There's James, gives it back to him. I see him. I'm going to try and get it to him as well. But, James shoots. Oh, what a goal. I spent so much time worrying about the man next to him. Both Sané and Edison. And in the end, Reece James just smacks it in far corner. Thought, keep him tight. Reece James ain't going to beat Lance Knight from 18 yards. How wrong I was. Look at me there. Worried about Sané and Edison. And in the end, he just levers it in himself. West London, I can't win them. I literally cannot win them. And I said this before, but I would love to see the stats on this. I think I've probably won 2 out of about 10 attempts. I know we've won at the Bridge once, because I remember it. Or was that just a dream? I can't remember. Maybe I didn't win at the Bridge. Maybe I just dreamt I did. I don't know. But I remember in the first season we had Chelsea in the League Cup semis. We lost home and away. We always seem to lose to them at the Cottage as well. Literally the only game I can remember beating them in. Again, I'm pretty sure we beat them at the Bridge once, but the FA Cup final last year, I still don't know how we won that. I really don't. I don't know how we beat them at Wembley, but that's literally the only game against them I can remember clearly that we beat them. Every other game, I swear we've lost. Again, I think we beat them at the Bridge once, but I can't remember if that was just a fantasy or not. Based on our record against them, you'd assume it was. Fofana bends one for the second. No, that never happened, did it? You made that up, Doxy, but you never won here. I've emptied the bench, screw it. I'm taking my stars off, so I'm not risking someone get injured with 30 more minutes to play. Because we know the game's though. We don't win it. We don't win West London derbies. It's just how it goes. And you know, Chelsea was saying to us, yeah, well done boys. Won the FA Cup last year. Yeah, well done. Title's probably going to be yours. Yeah, well done. Champions League quarterfinals, back-to-back years. But how many times have you won that? How many times have you won the CL? We won it twice. How many times have you done it? 0. Yeah, we've won the Premier League a few times. How many times have you won it? 0. Still not the biggest club in Europe. Still not the biggest club in England. Still not the biggest club in the capital. And still not the biggest club in West London. Progress or not, you're still not us, boys. You never will be. Just brilliant build-up that though. That's a fantastic... Oh my goodness gracious me. Sums it up. Wonderful build-up. Great move. And Doxy Boy messing the finish up. What a shocker, said no one. It's a mental thing, honestly. Like it's a purely psychological thing. If you look at Chelsea's team and you compare it to ours, we're just as good. We match up with them every step of the way. Like I said before, this is not the process Fulham anymore. We're a long way off process Fulham. You know, we are CL quarter-final Fulham. You know, but if you look at Chelsea's team and then you compare it to ours, I mean, where are we weaker? Nowhere, as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't swap anyone out of our team. And when you look at Brentford's team, we're definitely stronger, and yet we still always lose. It's a purely psychological thing, I'm telling you. It's a purely psychological thing. As Duggan has now left the academy. No one in there now. Shows great potential. We'll try and loan him out for next season. Right, following game, dress rehearsal for that CL quarter-final on the back of the loss. It's been a tough run of form for Fulham. The back-to-back wins ended there at the Bridge and now taking on last year's champions. They're certainly going to win the champions this year, be champions this year in the Premier League, but they could be champions of the Champions League, and we'll face them in the quarters next month. Before we get there, this game at Craven Cottage, still 17 clear with 10 to go. We know the title's ours, but we want to go on a good run of form heading in to the last set of the Champions League. Let's get a big win here in the dress rehearsal. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, it's purely a psychological thing. Because we started the game off well. Like we started the game off well, hit the post early. But as soon as that first goal goes in, the heads just drop. Like, their heads just drop, and we're like, oh, we've been here before. We've been here before. Psychological. Psychological. I'm telling you. Oh, dear. Can you imagine, like... young boy picking his first football team. You know, in West London. As Haaland hits the post, gets it back, shot blocks, and Danilo will get it away. His dad's like, right, you got two teams here. Brentford, you know, developing nicely. New build stadium, some really cool players. Chelsea, champions of the Europe a couple of times, Premier League winners a few times too. Who'd you fancy, boy? Oh, well, what about this team, Dad? Fulham? No, absolutely not. No, over my dead body is my son growing up a Fulham fan when Doxy's in charge. If he leaves the club, I'll consider it. But until that fraud leaves the manager's post at Craven Cottage, no son of mine is setting himself up for disappointment like that. He's a fraud. Absolute fraud. Sack him! Any half-decent manager would have won more than just one FA Cup in... Go on, Tice. Go on, Tice. Go on, Tice. Yes! 5 years. That's all he's won. All he's won. One FA Cup. And he did it with an asterisk. It's a championship with an asterisk as well, because he faced EFL sides all the way to the semi. Like, it was only when he got to the Final Four when he faced Man City. All the rounds prior to that, they were EFL sides. They were Football League teams. Fraud. Absolute fraud. He's got an asterisk next to that FA Cup. Absolute fraud, that gaffer. Absolute fraud. Any other manager would have won, like, you know, 2 FA Cups, the Premier League, and possibly got into a European final. Oh no, this geezer. One FA Cup with an asterisk. Fraud. Absolute fraud. All the money spent, fraud. Man, we have really, really slowed down recently. Just 2 wins in our last 5 in the league, and just 3 wins in 6, I believe, in all competitions. No doubt about it. Yeah, the pressure's getting to us. The pressure is getting to us, and fraudy Doxy is starting to choke a little bit here. I mean, the title, you can't choke away the title from here. It's basically impossible, but... Man, oh man, I'm really starting to feel it now. Right, we've got 3 games before the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. Let's try and get on a run heading into that one there before we host Man City again in Europe. Following contest, West Ham home again. We're 18 clear with 9 to go. And yes, the teams below have got a game in hand. From this position, it can't be bottled. It's almost mathematically impossible. Let's get back to winning ways here. Come on, Fulham. Just got to defend this corner in. I'll do it for the first half. Oh, that's a terrible corner now. I always say, like, if a corner can't beat the first man, that corner taker should not be taking the next one. Like, that's it. You've had yours. If you can't beat the first man, no chance you're taking any more for the rest of the game, honestly. Sarah's done brilliantly well there. Jamie pegs it in. Oh, Varane's there. Let it go behind for a corner. Let it go behind for a corner. A chance right before the break to strike here. And Jamie's going to say to Jared, this is how you take corners. Perfect delivery. Delinga! One-man team. One-man team. Tice Delinga does it again. Tell you what, it's a great question if you want to give your brain a wobble. Who's the best corner kick taker of all time? Because it's such a unique thing to excel at. It's hard to actually think of names. I mean, obviously you'd say, you know, Bex, Messi, JWP's always been my guy. I think Payet was good when he was at West Ham. Juninho, but who's the best corner kick taker of all time? Now that would really make you think. Anyway, Fulham back to winning ways after 9-2. Unconvincing, but wins are wins. One win closer to that Premier League title. We're almost there. Yep, 19-point gap with 8 games to go. We know it's basically done. To be fair, we could actually win the title today if we win our remaining league games in the episode and other teams below us slip up, including these guys. Liverpool right now in 5th with 8 to go for us. Every win gets us closer to the title, and I'd love to be able to celebrate winning it today. Next up, the Reds at Anfield. Come on, Fulham. Let's give my head a wobble that question, honestly, because I can't think of who. It's Curtis Jones fires in the opener. Who I would want on corners? I probably would just say JWP, but I don't know if that's recency bias. You know, I don't know. With a lot of corners being taken short nowadays. Not all, obviously, but still a lot are. I don't know if we'd ever see like a proper specialist on corners. If it was Hodgson, he'd probably say Harry Kane, but oh, he's never going to live that down. I mean, Hodgson, I do feel as though, again, recency bias. I hope people don't always clown on the guy because he had a very good managerial career and such a long one, spanning several decades as well. But that one moment in those Euros, he'll never live that one down. Toure, oh, what a goal! What a goal, son! What a strike! That is an absolute beauty from the Spaniard. We are really struggling right now. I'll take it though. I'll take it because it'll be. Oh, hold on. Oh, Danny, go! Oh, wherever you gonna blow for? You're joking! Are you having a laugh? How would you blow for full time there? We're literally 30 yards from goal with like a man advantage on a break. Are you kidding me? I mean, to be fair, we scored in like the 7th minute of stoppage time before the end of the first half in the last game. But even so, come on. Ben Sheaf was running onto that with the 4th of 1,000 suns. And Hayden Hatley says, boss, got to be honest with you, I think me not getting games started down my career. To be fair, I don't mind that one because as Atletico put a bid in, gonna turn it down. I'll probably keep him in England. But to be fair, he's been on the same salary since he came in. He's now 25, approaching the prime of his career, and he is like 4th choice DM in this team behind Sarr, who's an NLCM, but even so, Vifa, Danilo, and someone else. No, that is right. He's 4th. But even so, I can't believe that. I literally can't believe that. But hey, and if you can wait till the end of the season, do you mind? Because I'd rather focus on the task at hand, and then we'll come back. Not Man City, anyone but them. We'll come back to it another time. So it's mind games from Pep Guardiola. We got him after this one, and he's trying to make me overthink. Right, following game. Don't need to overthink here though. 7 games to go. We're 17 points clear. And I don't think we'll be able to be the champions today, but we know we're taking it step by step, game by game, as we're almost there. Manchester United at home. Let's get back to winning ways. Seeing that game against Man City after just 1 win in 4. Come on, Fulham. Morrissey. Couto. Headed away by Mark, but kept in play. Ben, that is exactly what I was worried about. With all due respect, if that was Jamie, for example, we'd be in trouble. Ben Sheaf getting an injury, I can live with that. I couldn't if it was Pablo Torre. Couto went in front, now back to Lance. There we go. Take a point once again. I know it would be just 1 win in 5, which is shambolic, but bigger picture. Extra point on the board, not losing, and none of my stars getting injured today, fingers crossed. Oh, brilliantly done from Morrissey. I must say, I'm liking him a lot. I'm giving him some game time in the absence of... Go on, Kristovic. Oh, Gracie Bonana and Cesar heads it wide on the rebound. Harvey and Nathan who were both down. I'm liking the Irishman, man. He had a couple of loan spells with Bristol City. Spent 2 years out on loan at Ashton Gate. And I'm liking him. 80 overall now. He's getting some game time and he's getting trusted. Not letting me down either. Still 0-0. Can we find a winner in the second half here? Oh, no. Come on, don't lose it. Oh, what a ball. No. Oh, I don't believe it. I have no idea how we win that quarter-final. Granted, got a backup side out there, but even so, 1 win in 5. Absolutely shambolic, man. All over the place right now. I mean, you've heard of stumbling over the line. I don't really know what this is. It's like crawling to the finish line. I feel like we need someone to pick us up and chuck us over it, because this is just embarrassing, man. I can't get the form sorted. Again, the only positive is that none of my stars will be tired or injured for that game. Apart from Nathan and Harvey are already down, but even so, we've only got 1 chance, I think, and that's winning the first leg at Craven Cottage. So bring it on, let's get straight into it. Yep, let's go first leg at the Cottage, and just like last season, I've got flashbacks, man. English team in the Champions League quarter-final, struggling this year domestically, but taking on Fulham and licking their lips like it's lunchtime, because our form's been awful recently, and we need to pull out of the bag if we'd have still been of a chance heading back to the Etihad Stadium. Heading into the game, Man City lining on a 4-3-3, and again, whilst they're right now struggling in the league, their team's incredible. Edison goal, back for his Samakan, Romero, Diaz and Davies, Rodrigo and Vitinha to CMGO supporting. This guy, he's under Pep Guardiola's thumb within FC because he's always starting for them at CAM, with the front three is incredible. Kubo on the right, Haaland 94 overall spearheading, and Phil Foden 90 overall on the left hand side. First leg, Man City at home, and I think we need to win the first leg to have any chance of making the final four. I'm not feeling confident, but come on for them. I just can't see us getting through. I think if Man City avoid defeat in the first leg, heading back to the Etihad, I can't see us going there and winning. I really can't. So, yeah. It all hinges on the first leg, in my opinion. Because don't forget, we lost the first leg to Spurs last year, and we knew we were in trouble there. And I feel it really is deja vu for me. Another English team in the quarters having a poor season domestically, but still being favourites. Gabriel Sara! Come on! Gabriel Sara puts Fulham into a shock lead at the Cottage. Lovely ball through. The Brazilian beats his compatriot. And let's just keep it calm, because we're not even half time yet. Fulham in front by 1, with 5 to go until the break. Let's just keep it calm. So second half underway, and that late Gabriel Sara strike separating the sides for now. But yeah, this is Manchester City with their attack and their team just in general. I mean, you really... Oh, Brian, unlucky son. You really can't get complacent, you know. There's Alphonso Davies, that's Haaland in there, as well as Vitinha. What a save by Lance Knight. An orthodox save from the kid, but gets his foot to the ball, and Fulham escape and still lead by 1. As Sara rolls through Delinga, who gets on the shoulder of Romero, but couldn't get away from the Argentine and Man City. It's going to be another goal tonight. If we go 2-0 up, what an opportunity heading back to the Etihad. If Man City level it, we're in trouble. What a save by Lance, though. Like I said before, I know he drops a clanger every now and then, but he's won me a lot more games than he's lost me. Brilliant stop with the foot. We've got 15 minutes. Not been a classic of a first leg, but listen, I'll take this result every day of the week getting back to the Etihad. I'll still say, going back to Manchester, it's going to be very, very tight indeed. Only leading by 1, but considering the form recently, I thought it'd be a lot more of a chance to be down way by a couple of goals heading back to the second leg. 10 to go now. I haven't made a change. I haven't needed to. Only question is, I see you, Gabriel. There's a corner. Don't know what noise that was. Almost there. Almost there. If we can get a second goal, that would be massive. Headed away. Go on, Brian. Go on, Brian. Nah, easy save. Final chance for Man City. Samakan forced into the middle. Oh, wonderful first ball by Rodri to Kubo. Bassi is there, and that is going to get back to Lance. Get back to Lance. Get back to Lance with a 99 kicking he's got. I've got no problem when he's playing out, and that's going to do it. That is going to do it. But it's only half time. We're only leading by 1. A tense, nervy, cagey first leg, which Fulham just about see out. Big save by Lance in the second, Big strike by Sarr in the first, but we go to the Etihad with a tie, not necessarily hanging in the balance, but only just in our favour. It's only half time. Do not get complacent. We are far from in the semis. And that one save alone, plus the clean sheet, is enough for me to extend last night's contract. 3 years left of this deal on 30 grand a week. Now one of the best goalkeepers in the world is 22. 88 rated and now on 88 grand a week. And even that, in my opinion, is slightly lower than what he should be on. This dude is just unreal, man. Seriously. And that one save prompted me to tie him down and keep him happy. Last night, what an absolute legend already, man. Seriously, is he going to hit 90 between now and the end of the season? Tough ask going too, but definitely doable. Even so, going nowhere, that's for sure. Right, following game, Leicester away at the King Power Headings. This one right now, 16 clear of Manchester United. But again, I'm resting my entire team for this one. We're the second leg in the week at the Etihad Stadium. We know the title's basically in the bag, so we're going to afford to rotate our entire side. Whether we win, draw or lose, not really fast. Just don't want to see any of my starters get injured for that trip to the Etihad Stadium. Come on, Fulham. Only man out there starting from our normal first 11 is Lance. Oh, it's Kristovic. Hits the roof of the net. Just because I don't think I actually can get him to the Petr Cech record now, but going for that third straight Golden Glove. And, you know, I mentioned before, with goalkeepers, I mentioned this before, but, like, if you really want to dice with danger, it's not really much danger at all. You can have just one goalkeeper in your team because goalkeepers... You know, sometimes they'll be maybe slightly tired. Like Lance is slightly tired for this game. He's on 90, I think, fitness. But really, it's never going to go down enough for them to be too tired to play a game. And they never get injured or suspended, you know. Since EA removed training injuries from the game. Anyone remember those? Training injuries? Since they removed training injuries, you can't have a goalkeeper get injured now. As Harris hits it just wide at a post. So yeah, you can just have one goalkeeper really for the entire season, and you're probably going to be totally fine. Yeah, we'll have that. Danilo, Harris, straight at Kelleher, and Chowdhury can't keep it in play. 22 minutes to go. Not really too disappointed if we can't find a winner, but it would be great to go into that game at the Etihad on the back of back-to-back wins, especially now we've had a... Oh, it's Danilo fires it just wide. Totally rotated side out there. Can we find a winner? Yeah, I'm going for this. Oh, that's got to be a red. That's got to be a red, surely. Surely. No, wow. Looked like a red to me. He looked late from behind. Is that really not a red? Oh, that's naughty. I'm surprised he's still on the pitch there. That's a red in my book. Fair enough. Even so, still tied at 0-0. Can we find that winner? We are going for it here. I want this. Kristovic, come on! Well, we've got 10 or 11. I thought we could still find a winner. And it's Kristovic with the finish. The backup brigade getting it done at the King Power. First in the Premier League all season long, but it looks as though it's going to be a game winner. It was the way he used the body to shield the ball as well, as Lance makes the save at the near post as things stand, see out the 3 points and the clean sheet. In goes the corner, he's got to defend this. It's going to drop, and Taylor pokes it away. And Werner, forced wide. No. Oh, he squeezed it. I can't believe it. At the death. Fulham just can't buy a win in the league. Final kick of the game. And as it was bad enough when the ref blew for full time, at Anfield we were going through one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one, but on the break. He allows it to continue. I thought he should have blown it when Werner was going to the corner, but he says, no, play on. And it squoze in at the near post. Is that a word? Squoze? I can't believe it. Just literally cannot buy a win in the league. Dear, I don't know where the next one's going to come from. I really don't. Still, I will not mind one bit if we can see out a clean sheet in this one. Yet the following game in our final one today, Man City away at the Etihad Stadium in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. Heading into it, holding on to a 1-goal lead with our starters fit, fresh and raring to go. I've got a feeling here, if we really go for it, we can nick an early goal and that will set us on the way to the final four. If we concede early, then we're in trouble. Following game, this second leg, keep it tight, keep a clean sheet, and we're into the semis as Man City make one change their lineup with Kabore coming in. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, it's always very interesting, you know, when you go into a second leg of the European tie and you're holding on to a 1-goal lead, it's like a big question, you know, do you just try and tighten up defensively and try and see that lead out, or do you go for another goal? Personally, my opinion has always been, like, don't change your game plan, like, because whatever worked in the first leg, you know, got you that result, so why change it, you know what I mean? Like, stay as things are. And hope again you might be able to get another goal advantage, because I feel like if you tighten up and you recede into yourself a little bit, you invite a lot of pressure, and against the best teams, well, that's a recipe for disaster at times, inviting pressure as Lance kicks it through to Brian, and a little nervy in the early stages here as Lance just about prevents the corner. But yeah, I don't think you should recede into yourself. You got to win in the first leg by playing that way, so why change it? Still, the nerves are real right now. We held a 1-goal lead in Turin, heading back to the cottage. Now holding this 1-goal lead, heading to the Etihad. Yes! Don't recede into yourself, man. Like, if you got the result in the first leg, play that way in the second. Play that way in the second. You've just proved you're good enough to win. Don't recede into yourself. Go for it in the second as well. Thijs de Linga fires us in front. Fulham lead by 2 on aggregate. Come on! How often do I say this? You learn from evidence. And if you've done something before, you can do it again. Oh, Lance, good save. Palming Robertson's strike behind for a corner. As Man City made a very early change there, taking him off as Chiesa comes on, and Knight watches that header drift wide of his left-hand post. This is Manchester City at the Etihad, so we're even leading by 2. I'm not taking anything for granted, but what an advantage we've got heading into the second half. Leading by 2, and this tie, ours to throw away from here. Second half underway as Calvin finds Jamie. Pass in the semis. And on the biggest of stages, it's the big dog who does it. Oh, what is that for a reaction? I'm losing my mind behind the microphone, and the fans aren't even bothered. Pablo with the ball through, the linger off the shoulder, but it's all about the finish. Top bins, no chance for Edison. But what is that for a reaction? How many times have I said this, man? The reactions have gotten better, but they still need a bit of work. We should be going ballistic, mate. We're 2 up for the Etihad, 3 on the tie, and it's over. Put us in the final 4 for the first time in history. We're heading to the Champions League semis. Do you remember way back in Season 2 with the process Fulham, when I was saying, it's all going to pay off one day? Believe me, it's going to pay off one day. This is what I was imagining. 2-0 win at the Etihad, 3-0 over 2 legs. And for the first time ever, we're heading to the CL semi-finals. Thijs de Linga with the brace. 93 overall now, by the way. Surely, if not the best striker in Europe, then the best striker in the league. And that includes Erling Haaland as well. 180 minutes, Dinga to go. De Linga bagged a brace in Haaland's backyard. What a performance from the Dutchman. Maybe I should calm down a little bit. That's a bold claim now. But he feels like it at the moment. He certainly does this season. Oh, buzzing. Right, so we'll end by seeing a draw for the semis. So we got Real Madrid going through with us, and as things stand, it'll be either one of Dortmund or Arsenal or Betis. We'll do one of ours in the calendar, and there we go. You've got to get it the old-fashioned way, because the semis are always drawn before the quarters are even concluded. Here we go, get it the old-fashioned way. It's going to be in the final 4. Borussia Dortmund. Arsenal overcome Betis on penalties. Dortmund overcome Monaco. And Real won the Madrid derby. I got to say, with those 3 teams there, I mean, it's certainly not going to be easy, but thank God it's not Real Madrid. And I'll do it for today's episode of the Premier League Career, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more big games of the Premier League. 5 to go, and we should be champions in the next episode. Touch wood, fingers crossed as well. And of course, we'll have both legs at the Champions League semi-final against Borussia Dortmund as well. Bring them on. I think we can take them. Have a great day. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.